And what follows, I'm going to find trigonometric functions of some particular angles, special angles, which are 0, 30, 60, 45, and 90. 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. Right. Start the first one, 30. 30 degrees. Assume that angle AOM is equal to 30. Here we have 30 degrees. Right. Projection here, 90. Let's say that this point is point P. In fact, to remind you that sine 30, cosine 30, cosine 30, it is the value of x, the OP. It is the measure of OP. And sine 30, it is the value of y, which is equal to ON. But as you know that ON is equal to MP. Okay. So in order to find sine 30 and cosine 30, you have to find OP and MP. Okay. Consider this triangle OPM.
أستاذ مش بنعمل هيدا تبع right angle
مظبوط.
شي Pythagorean.
غير كده. هلا طيب this angle is 30. OPM, right triangle. And this circle. This circle is a trigonometric circle. So the radius is 1. It means that OM is 1. Okay. But the triangle here is semi-equilateral triangle. OPM 30, 90, and of course then this one is 60.
صباح الخير.
يسعد صباحك. So this triangle is semi-equilateral triangle, 30, 60, 90 triangle. To remind you, in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the side opposite 30 is equal to hypotenuse over 2. And the side opposite 60 is equal to radical 3 over 2 times the hypotenuse. What you know from grade 8. Again, in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, in a semi-equilateral triangle, the side opposite 30 is equal to the hypotenuse divided by 2. And the side opposite 60, it is radical 3 over 2 times the hypotenuse. So MP, it is the side opposite 30. Okay? So it is equal to the hypotenuse over 2, which is equal to OM over 2, which is equal to 1 over 2. Right? And OP, which is the side opposite 60, that's equal to radical 3 over 2 times the hypotenuse, which is equal to radical 3 over 2 times the hypotenuse, which is 1, which is equal to radical 3 over 2. Okay, so back to this. Sine 30, which is equal to MP, is equal to 1 over 2. And cosine 30 is equal to OP, which is equal to radical 3 over 2. Simply you can check. Okay. Simply you can check using the calculator. Right, sine 30, take 1 over 2. Cosine 30, you get radical 3 over 2. So this is the first particular angle, 30 degrees. Sine 30 is 1 over 2, cosine 30 is 1 over 2. Right. How to find tangent 30? Tangent 30 degrees. How to find then tangent 30?
مش هي الساين على كوساين.
برافو. So it is sine 30 over cosine 30, which is equal to sine 30. We just found it's 1 over 2. Over cosine 30, it's radical 3 over 2. Mean by mean, extreme by extreme, or simplify, you get radical 3 over 3. So tangent 30 is radical 3 over 3. Okay, طيب. These are the trigonometric functions of the first particular angle 30 degrees. Now لما نحكي عن 45 و 60 in the same way. Write it before I move to the 60 degrees angle.
استاذ بس سؤال.
نعم.
فينا ناخدها بس رول بلا تفسيرة؟ انه لا انا كتبت تفسيرة بس فينا ناخدها رول يعني عادية.
اكيد انه هلا انا رح احط لك
يعني مثل
تيبل.
ساين 30 equal 1 على 2 دغري.
اسمعني، انا رح احط تيبل
اوكي.
في كل هودي السبيشال انجلز 0 30 45 60 and 90. Okay, values of sine, cosine and tangent and cotangent for each one of them. Okay, and خلاص you can apply it. يعني مش كل
اوكي.
مرة أنا بجيب بدك تستعمل sin 30 or you need to find sin 30 you have to do all these. لا. خلاص sin 30 is 1 over 2. And of course here you can use the calculator, but here you have to know something about the calculator for the angle, the measure of the angle, sorry, the unit, in case it's degrees or radians. هلا بعلمكم عليه. Okay? Done?
اوكي استاذ.
Are you done? خلصتوا؟ صار في محي؟
بس لحظة أستاذ أنا
إيه.
لسه فتت الآن.
ايه طبعا. Done?
يس أستاذ.
استاذ انا بعد بس بدي ارسم التريانجل مش اكتر. يعني فيك تمحي استاذ.
اوكي. رح نروح ل 60 degrees. 60 هي ذاتها نفس اسلوب 30 60 90 كمان بضل تريانجل. If you have sine 60 cosine 60 here point M, arc AM of measure 60 degrees, so this angle is 60. The same idea, I need to find sine and cosine. Sine and cosine 60. Here we have point P. Sine 60, that's equal to ON, which is equal to MP. And cosine 60, it's equal to OP. Don't forget, trigonometric circle. So the radius is 1. It means that OM equal to 1. A triangle. نرجع نفس الموضوع. 60 degrees. P, O, and the hypotenuse is 1. 60, 90, so this angle is 30. Okay? So I need to find MP and OP. Here we need to find MP and OP. OP, it is the side opposite 30. It is the side opposite 30 degrees. So it is the hypotenuse over 2, which is equal to, hypotenuse is 1, so 1 over 2. And MP, it is the side opposite 60 degrees. So it is the hypotenuse times radical 3 over 2. Hypotenuse times radical 3 over 2, which is equal to 1 times radical 3 over 2, which is radical 3 over 2. So I can deduce here that sine 60 is equal to MP, which is radical 3 over 2, and cosine 60 is equal to OP, which is 1 over 2. يعني بعكس الساين، بعكس ال 30. ساين 30 طلعت 1 over 2. ساين 60 radical 3 over 2. cosine 30 هي radical 3 over 2. cosine 60 is 1 over 2. عكس بعض، not the 30 و 60. Okay. Now tangent 60, it's sine 60 over cosine 60. Sine 60 over cosine 60, which is radical 3 over 2 over 1 over 2. يطلع جواب radical 3. which is equal to
أستاذ
نعم.
الرولز للهايب
مم.
ممكن تبعت لنا إياهم لأنه للصراحة في ناسين شوي.
كتبتهم هلا قبل شوي كتبت لك opposite 30 it is the hypotenuse over 2. Opposite 60 it is the hypotenuse times radical 3 over 2.
أوكي.
Okay. طيب. So these are trigonometric measures of angles 30, 60. أنا بنحط ال 45. Yeah. Write it to find measures of trigonometric values or trigonometric functions of measure of angle of measure 45. Do you have any question? Do you have any questions?
No.
Yeah. Are you done?
Yes.
ما في حدا عم يرون؟ شايفين معي؟ $45 degrees. Okay. Point down. Here we have 45. Point P. نفس الخبرية. Sine 45 that's equal to ON, which is equal to MP. And cosine 45 that's equal to OP. Now, triangle OPM, OPM, right triangle. Hypotenuse is 1. This angle is 45. So this angle is also 45. 45, 90, 180 minus the sum. So I get 45. Okay. Then in a 45, 45, 90 triangle, of course here right isosceles triangle, the legs, these two legs are equal. Okay. 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay. The leg or each leg is equal to hypotenuse times radical 2 over 2. Right? That means that here OP is equal to OM is equal to OP is equal to PM. OP and PM, they are both equal, and it's equal to hypotenuse over times radical 2 over 2. The hypotenuse is 1 because here the circle is trigonometric circle, so the radius is 1. So 1 times radical 2 over 2, which is equal to radical 2 over 2. That means that sine 45 that's equal to MP, which is equal to radical 2 over 2. And cosine 45 is also equal to OP, radical 2 over 2.
Since هيدي ال 45
Tangent.
minus 45
45 that's equal to sine 45 over cosine 45, which is equal to radical 2 over 2 over radical 2 over 2, which is equal to 1. So tangent 45 is also 1 or is equal to 1. هيدي لا مش ماينس، بقول لك in a triangle الانجلز تبعه 45 45 90. in a 45 45 90 triangle هذا الرولز كنت عم تسالني عنهم ذكرت فيهم. هذيك اول وحده كتبناها ل 30 60 90 triangle. Here for 45 45 90 triangle. Okay?
Okay.
Good. So the three measures 30 60 30 45 and 60, here are the trigonometric values of or trigonometric functions of these three particular angles. We still have 0 and 90. 0 and 90 سهل. Right. Do you have any question about it? How we found it? Using what you studied in grade 8. Particular right triangles, you studied these triangles in grade 8. ما في شيء جديد يعني. Yeah. Write it in order to find trigonometric functions of 0-degree angle. Done? Are you done?
Yes. أنا اللي مني وعلي الدور.
الباقيين بعد في حدا عم ينقل؟
وأنا كمان.
اللي بعده عم ينقل ليلى، إذا ما حدا عم يحكي شيء يعني نكلم. طيب.
نو أستاذ.
Now for sine 0, cosine 0, tangent 0. Similarly for 90.